ينتظر. Rasulullah made it so explicit that he said, ينتظر من دعاء من أب أو أم أو أخ أو أخت أو صديق. Your father, your mother, your brother, your sister, your aunt, your uncle, whoever is in the qabr is waiting for that dua from you every day. From the mother or from the father or from the brother or from the sister or from the friend or the near relative. Waiting. Waiting. You want to do that occasionally? And they are waiting for it every day? And when they receive that from you, that becomes more valuable to them than anything else they can ever have. That is being presented to them in the qabr, in a platter by an angel, and the angel says to them, look what came from your relative today for you. Look what was sent by them for you. And they boast everyone around, look what I have received from my son today. Look what I have received from my daughter today. Look what I have received from my brother or my sister or my family today. Look. We can't say we love our beloved ones who are gone. We can't say we love them and we don't do for them. And make dua for them, and people say you can't make dua for the dead. You can't read Quran for the dead. Quran is for the living, yes. But Quran is also for the dead. The dead can do anything for themselves. Whatever Quran you recite, what the Prophet said, very simple things you can do. Maulana told you about big things, I will tell you about simple things. Recite Surah Al-Ikhlas 3 times and say, oh Allah, convey the blessings of Surah Al-Ikhlas to my father, my mother, or whoever in the qabr. Inshallah, that will reach them. Surah Al-Fatiha is Surah Al-Ikhlas equivalent 3 times to the entire Quran. Entire Quran. How many minutes it will take you? 5 minutes to do that? You love them, do it. With the passing of time, you forget them also. You think you can always remember your father every day? You wouldn't. You think you remember your mother every day? You wouldn't. You and I do not remember our dear and near ones who have gone every day. It is an admitted fact. Life is like this. Life will take us away from them because we have to live our lives. So we don't remember them every day. So whenever you remember them, so Allah, Allahumma gfir li walilayya. Oh Allah, forgive my parents. Very simple. Oh Allah, forgive my brother, forgive my sister. Forgive whoever is gone. Very simple. After every salah you pray, mashallah, some do it, and those who don't do it, then do it. Very simple. Allahumma gfir lana wa li walidayna. And you make dua for the entire ummah of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And wallahi, Allah is so merciful. You get one reward for every Muslim that died before you, and every Muslim that will come until Qiyamah. اللهم اغفر للمؤمنين والمؤمنات والمسلمين والمسلمات الأحياء منهم والأموات. Recite this dua. If you read this dua 27 times every day, you become mustajab ad-dawat. You become mustajab ad-dawat. Your dua will surely be accepted by Allah. Recite this dua 27 times every day, without any doubt. So you really want to do it every day. MashaAllah, this is very good. Collectively good. But your loved ones, you love them. What Allah says in the Quran. I was not supposed to be giving a talk, making dua, but I see this, you know, and this is coming from inside, because I've just lost my father-in-law last week. And I've seen the pain. You know, when it's not your own one, it's kind of different. But when it's your own one, it's already, you know, it's very different. It's very different. Your eyes open and you understand what is this life about. Today many of us are thinking, am I going to die? That death is not for me. That is not for me. I have so many business to take care of. I have so many things planned ahead of me to take care of. I'm not going so soon. This is not for me. We're in deception. Sayyidina Ibrahim alayhi salam. Sayyidina Ibrahim alayhi salam, the angel of death came to him and said, Allah has sent me to take your life, to take your ruh. Ibrahim alayhi salam sent back the angel of death. He said, ask Allah, kya Khalil Khalil ko marte hai? Kya Khalil Khalil ko marte hai? Does a friend take the life of his friend? Ibrahim was Khalilullah. Does a friend take the life of the friend? So Allah said, okay, oh Jibril, go back and tell him, kya Khalil Khalil ki mulaqat ko napasand karte hai? Kya Khalil Khalil ki mulaqat ko napasand karte hai? Go and ask him, doesn't a friend want to meet with his friend? Tuhfatul mu'min. For a believer, for you and I, this is a gift from Allah. When you receive a gift from a loved one, how you take care of this gift? Precious from Allah. Jusrun yusalul habibi ilal habib. That's a bridge we all have to cross. But are we prepared to cross this bridge? Allah has given us this life. Allah has given us this time to prepare for it, brothers and sisters. This is the time Allah has given us to do it. The ball is in our court. Play it however you want to play it. Play it however you want to play it. I will mention this one last incident and I will terminate. And this is for an eye-opener for us. Rasulullah said, how you live, you will die. How we live this life, we will die. And how we die, Allah will resurrect us in the same way. This husband, he was sitting with his wife and they were looking at television. And he had this shauq and this interest of soccer. He loved soccer. And he was looking at a soccer game with his wife. And he had, I would not mention the player that he idolized. There was one specific player, I don't want to mention the name because I don't even feel it fit to even mention the name right now. This player, he had the jersey of this player, the name of him behind the jersey in his room, the picture of him in the room, and every single thing, this player, this player, this player. So one day he was sitting with his wife and he said to her, I'm feeling pain in my chest. And I'm feeling pain in my back. So the wife called the ambulance. They put him in the ambulance, and as they were putting him, he was looking at his wife and he was looking at his children and he was looking at his house. To him, he feels this is his last. He may not return. He may not return. And the wife also went with him together to in the hospital. When they went in the hospital, he was getting a heart attack. He was getting a heart attack. And other than that, when they did some brain scan, they found that he had cancer in his brain. So he hadn't had a long time to live. He didn't have a long time. So his wife was with him in the hospital. Listen carefully. Listen carefully. They hooked him up with the machine. And one day suddenly he jumped up. He pulled the machine out and he jumped up. And he was shouting the name of this soccer player. Shouting, shouting, shouting. That I am this person, I am this person, I am this person. And when he dropped on the bed, that was his last word. He died. He died. Died taking the name of the man he idolized in his life. How he lived his life, he died the same way. How he lived his life, he died the same way. How we will live our lives, Allah will take us. If we live our lives with Allah, we love Allah, we have Allah in His heart, we obey Allah, our death will be in the obedience of Allah. Inshallah. Say inshallah. Our death will be with Iman, inshallah. Our rising will be with Iman, inshallah. And we hope and pray that Allah grants that to every ummati of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Every ummati.